live theater allows every kind of mistake you've never wanted to make to come to the forefront at the worst possible time. I was Miss Hannigan in a production of Annie once when I was younger, and I loved the role. I got to be super evil with my fellow actors and goof off around with them backstage. However, I did have multiple mistakes on stage during a singular number. That number, of course, being little girls, which is pretty important to Miss Hannigan's character, so I usually want to get that one right. The first one actually happened during rehearsal, so it wasn't as big of a deal as the second one. However, it still hurt a fellow actor, which I felt really bad about. During a song, at some point, I throw a slipper off stage, and usually I aim it so I don't actually hit anyone in the wings, so I usually aim pretty high, which for the most part worked, except for I forgot the fact that the slipper has a hard bottom, which means if it hit the wall in the correct angle, it would ricochet and possibly hit someone in the back of the head. I'm really sorry. However, at least that one didn't really have permanent damage unlike the second one. See, in Little Girls is also a part where rip a doll's head off and throw the parts to the side, and usually that goes fine. I did during every rehearsal, and surely it would go well during opening night of the show. I rip the doll's head off, I throw it, I hear a loud crack, and suddenly the audience dies laughing. However, I'm in the middle of a number, so I'm still singing, so I can't check until I get off stage, and when I check, I realize that not only has the Barbie's neck broken off, but I've also put a sizable hole into the window set piece, which you would think is not a big problem because it's a window. Windows break, except we were reusing that set piece to turn around to be the cityscape. I broke a hole in a city. All these mistakes make the productions way more memorable for the audience, I bet. When you're an actor, they're extremely stressful, but at least you become really good memories later.